Howdy, brethren. Yeah, just a quick video here. Brother JCI Swing 2 put up a video about Bryan Denlinger mocking God of the Bible. And yes, he's mocking the God of the Bible. Now, when I first came across Bryan, I followed him, and I came across his 33 Trinity videos, and I fell, his anti-Trinitarian garbage that he goes on with. I fell for that a bit, and when I was on his site, his website, that I and another lady got kicked off there. I sort of, in the end, I asked to be kicked off because they were carrying on with this other. It's not a, they try and make out that Bryan's website is a proper a forum where you can discuss Bible things. You can't discuss anything that Bryan disagrees with. It doesn't get discussed. And I was trying to discuss the gap fact, but I wasn't allowed to do that. And anyway, I won't go into that much now. But this video here, JCI Swing 2, he's correct. He is mocking the God of the Bible. But when I was on that website, there was one brother on there. He said, I agree with most things what Bryan says about the Trinity, but I don't believe that Jesus is the Father. Anyway, I sort of said, well, I'll think about that. And I did think about it a fair bit, and I just came to the realization that the cross itself, where God offered up his only Son, that supreme sacrifice that God did, he offered up his Son, who is also fully God. So it's like a twofold suffering. Offering up your Son. Can you imagine? And God himself, Jesus, fully God, suffering as well. We can't comprehend it fully. But people who have children have some concept of what it would be like to offer up your Son and to experience that suffering on two levels. It's something that's amazing, truly amazing. Anyway, this doctrine that Bryan's and also this lies of the devil seems to be getting worse with this. It just denies that. It denies so much of the cross. Great is the mystery of godliness. Like I like a video that Michael Pearl did describing the Trinity. It's only God can do this. And if we understand it completely fully, we're limiting God in some capacity. But I have got no problem with people who say three persons of the God, the three persons of the Godhead or whatever. There's definitely three personalities, right? Are they physical persons with bodies? That's just semantics. There's three personalities, okay? You can't deny that. So I was a bit prideful, and I fell for that. And Bible Berean 1611, he put out a good video about pride and how it's toxic, and everyone's got to watch out for it. And I got prideful. I made videos about the Trinity not being correct, but I took down all my videos that recommended Bryan's ministry, because I got to the point where I knew Bryan had a lot of wrongness, a lot of heresy. So I stopped endorsing his ministry, and now I'm making videos against him because I just found out he's even worse than I first thought, when I came to the realization that he was wrong on some things, and he's wrong on a lot of things, it turns out. But yeah, good on you, JCI Swing 2. He is mocking God, and as someone said in the comments here, he mocks everything. He mocks everything of God, his word, his character, his children. He is a mocker, and he's a controversy. And he's got another video out, the last video that I saw. I come across it again in the videos, in the comments on a video, and he's talking about this is his last video, but he's holding up this chainsaw, and the chainsaw, when you look at the bar on the chainsaw, the 42-inch bar, he says this bar's come in handy. He's felled a lot of trees around the 40-inch mark in that range with that bar. That bar's still got the paint on it. If you know anything about chainsaws, that paint doesn't last too long when you're cutting down trees. So has he just got the one bar? He made out that he only had that one bar, like that bar has come in handy. He didn't say he had more than one. Why has it still got the paint on it, Bryan? Did you spray paint the logo back on it? Oregon. That Oregon word, did you put that paint back on? Because it must be good paint to cut those big tree logs down, cut the trees down, still have the paint on it. Paint looks good. This guy couldn't lie straight in bed. Anyway, I'm glad if he's going off YouTube. He can go off into his little cult world of wherever he's going, but yeah, I don't think he can get off YouTube yet. He's just more attention, probably. But also, I'd like to point out this other guy, ABC Christian 5. He's made a video about Ed, and he's just wrong. Ed is pointing out the context, and he's ignoring it. So Ed is right. ABC Christian, you need to check your pride, like I had to. I've been wrong about things. We all get wrong about things, but Ed, anyone can correct you if they use the word of God to do it. So even if you don't like that person, even if that person's lost, if they're using the Bible to correct you, then you have to take correction. You should be able to pick it up through the word of God. So ABC Christian 5, you're wrong regarding Ed, but your last video on the YouTube channel Lies of the Devil, the Lies of the Devil's last video on that is, I was going to say something about that because I've recommended people have a look at his channel before. Yeah, he's turning out to be like Bryan, you know, where if you believe in the Trinity, you're aligning yourself with the Catholic Church. Well, the Trinity is a proper doctrine. Otherwise, the Antichrist wouldn't intimidate it. Just like the Antichrist is Antichrist, he's intimidating. He's gonna, not intimidate. He's going to, he's going to try and be like Christ. So that's why it's the Antichrist, and he's going to be trying to be like the God of the Bible, the 1 John 5:7, the three that bear witness in heaven. So yeah, it's definitely mocking God, and I agree. ABC Christian 5 on your video, Lies of the Devil is sort of getting into this oneness doctrine, and I think this is all just distraction. Talk about lies of the devil. Yeah, it's a Hegelian dialect from the devil, getting Christians to fight with each other about the Godhead / Trinity. You know, God can't be defined. He's defined in the Bible perfectly, okay, as far as we can understand it. Great is the mystery of godliness. And if people want to stick just to Godhead but still have the description of the Trinity, like people who like to use the word Trinity have that same description, if people want to call it three persons, I've got no problem with that. But there's definitely different personalities, and it just diminishes from the cross. And I might link a song here that just, it's a song, yes, written by a man, but the lyrics in it, it just makes you think that it pleased the Father to bruise the Son on the cross, but it was still a heart-wrenching sacrifice by the Father to offer up his Son. I'm sorry. being a father, being a father myself, I get emotional. Anyway, I'm sorry. I don't know if I like to put myself being emotional on videos, but anyway, cheers and God bless.